I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Courtside Soundoff podcast. Once again, I'm Josh and Angel Ortega. As always, welcome by the one and only man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, my friend and yours, Angel Ortega. We got a lot of stuff to talk about this week. UFC 322 went down, Madison Square Garden, NYC. You know, it was the fights happened. There's a lot to say about them. UFC Qatar going down this weekend. Very, very big as well. Before we break into the news, we got to talk about a couple sponsors of the show: Rogue Energy, ELYXR, and BetMGM. Rogue Energy keeps me filled up whether I'm at home, at the gym, or I'm doing this podcast. They get me to the finish line. They can help you get there as well with code Soundoff. I check out code Soundoff and check out for 10% off of all of their energy needs, mine as well as yours. ELYXR, guys, they banned in case you missed the news, with the economy on the decline, with the Epstein files releasing. Naturally, the U.S. government decided the most important thing they could do right now is ban hemp. So go to ELYXR.com while you can for the next year and buy your Delta 8 products, buy your CBD. You know, God knows that's the biggest thing they should be dealing with right now. Mitch McConnell got paid $900,000 by the alcohol lobby. But, you know, so it's not really a big surprise. But, you know, it's awesome that we live in a democracy where, like, these sort of things can happen because everybody agrees that it's a fucking plant. But, you know, I'm not crashing out or anything. Anyways, ELYXR.com. ELYXR.com, fantastic products. Meant to get code Soundoff. Something funny, Angel? I don't think something's very funny about this. This is hundreds of thousands of dollars are going to be, millions of dollars are going to be lost. Hundreds of thousands of jobs are going to be lost. But don't worry, they got paid by Bud Light.
Begins to break the door like Rampage. And
dude, it's awesome, bro. It's awesome living in a country where like everybody agrees that something's just awful and we can't do anything about it because our politicians are bought out by companies. You know, thank God that Mitch McConnell got that Bud Light money, so I can't have CBD to help my back pain. Anyway,
it's funny because Bud Light came up last week in a completely different context.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
that was funny too. That was, dude. By the way, when I listened to that part like a good maybe like 6-8 times and laughed every single time. I kid you not.
I mean, dude, we got we're very funny.
Last week was so good.
Yeah,
last week was so good. Last week was so.
Last week was a good pod.
I listened to that shit twice, like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, dude. I put it on to go to sleep at night. Actually, our podcast. I just get those watch hours.
I don't know if I would do that.
It's white noise. You know, like
dang, we're that bad.
I'm kidding.
We're that boring.
I'm kidding. Do you use white noise at night? Because my new personal pet peeve is like last night.
No, but I can't sleep with the fan on, and I feel like it does help, but I haven't done it in years.
So on YouTube they have these videos. It's like white noise, black screen, no ads.
Oh yeah, they got a bunch of stuff like that.
Yeah,
rainforest.
If I wake up one more time in the middle of the morning at like 3 a.m. on a
ad.
video that said no ads, I'm gonna hunt that fucking video creator.
Oh, wait,
down,
you had an ad?
And I'm gonna dude, literally, I'm gonna straight up just kill him. Honestly,
wait,
like,
so do you just have it playing off to the side?
I mean, I just have it on like my TV on like the fucking in my bedroom. So I'll get woken up at 3 a.m. to like, do you like Chewy? And then I'll be buy the Chewy box because like it's like 8 times louder because every ad for some reason is just absurdly loud.
And then the next one is Jake's Ball. It's like Prize Picks.
Oh my god!
Or what? I forget the company he works with.
Yeah, I have to watch. What's her name? Oh my god, she's like an influencer. Sarah Safari or some shit.
Oh wait, she has an ad too?
Yeah, I keep on getting that one. It'll be like,
I haven't seen that one.
Prize Picks because and it's like I don't.
It's a whole bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like please, like if I have to deal with this one more time, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Josh is like, what happened to the days of 5 gum? You know, like what happened to those days?
Literally, dude, I want to know what it's like to chew 5 gum, and I don't know.
That whole campaign was crazy, by the way.
You know what? But the fact that we're still talking about it is like, wow.
Oh, it was relevant. It was relevant.
It's like you saw those like old smoking ads, like where it'd be like, Barbara smoked for 20 years, and then it would flash to a current picture, and she's like sitting like she looks like not even a human being. I mean, awful to say, but like that's how those ads were.
I mean, we had those Heineken ads too back in the day. They were really good.
Which ones were those?
They had that one guy who was like, "Be like me, be classy" kind of vibe.
I think I know the one you're talking about.
They were pretty good though.
I think. Can we just talk about this for a second? Advertisements have lost war. You think so? Like I just.
What was is there like an ad that you remember?
Joe Camel.
No, I'm saying no. I'm saying like I don't know, but what I'm saying is there an ad now that you like, or you're like, I like this ad when it comes up?
No, in fact, there's not a single one.
The only one that I
you know what's
funny? The only one that I do kind of enjoy, and it's a local ad, is a Menards one that comes on local television.
You know what? I can get that.
Welcome to Menards.
I
That's
can
the
get that.
only one that I enjoy.
I'm tired of getting law commercials. I'm tired of getting like what's his name, Mike Diasquale. I'm sorry, bro. I know you're KC native.
I like how you know.
I know, dude. How can I not?
Dude,
How can I not?
dude.
I'm woken up at 4 a.m. by. Do you need help?
Dude,
Contact Mike.
I get it too, but I never. You know, funny enough, like I never pay attention to the ads, or I skip them so quick. I don't even recognize what they are.
Yeah, dude. Like. The worst part is like YouTube has gotten way worse with ads, so it's like they're unskippable. And also, just as an aside,
By the way, ESPN having ads on replays because I rewatched some fights this morning. Diabolical. I'm watching a fucking replay, and you put an ad on.
what happened to this country? What happened?
Dude, I want you to. I'm pretty sure if I went to the pay-per-view that I paid for with my goddamn money,
Dude,
I would get an ad on
dude,
a replay.
That's literally like you're watching. We talked about this last
Like I
week.
said though, as soon as my subscription ends though, or as soon as like final UFC event ends, I'm logging to ESPN, ending my subscription, and then as soon as the first event of the UFC gets announced with Paramount, I'm starting my subscription with Paramount.
Dude, we talked about this last week. Like the ads on even UFC pay-per-views, you pay like $80 for pay-per-view, and then every 3 minutes it flashes that fucking John Anik.
You know what's
ad
funny?
for
We
Dra-
joked
for
about that
DraftKings.
last
Yeah.
night when we all, or last time, or this past period when we all hung out.
Dude, it's insane, bro. Like I spent so much money, and then you're gonna hit me with
Dude, the amount of ads in the Octagon now, dude.
Dude, you know what's so funny is like 10 years ago he was like, I don't want us to look like NASCAR, and now it's like, dude,
It looks like NASCAR.
dude, it is way worse than NASCAR, bro. Like,
I mean, it's
NASCAR doesn't cover the trash with ads. You know?
I mean, oh, God, could you imagine?
Yeah, man.
You remember when the people were worried when the NBA was going to put sponsors on jerseys? Granted, though, I think the NBA has done it very tastefully.
They've
though.
done it like way better than I thought they would. Same thing for baseball. Like it's just a small patch.
And it's very
Now
nonchalant.
it's a slippery slope though, because remember the UFC started it was just like one patch. You know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, now it's crypto.com, and now it's blah 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 blah. Now it's this or that. You know, like
It's
now
everything.
now we're at. What's the card recapping this week, Angel? It's not UFC 322. It's V-Chain UFC 322.
Actually?
Like, yes.
Oh, yeah, it's at the top, yeah.
Yeah, crazy. Go back to the days of Joe Camel. That's all I'm saying, man. We gotta have some advertisements with something. You know Joe Camel? You know Joe Camel? He was the Camel cigarettes. That guy?
This fucking guy.
This guy, yeah. I'm gonna get a framed Joe Camel, throw it up on the background for the show, man. Like smooth
We
character.
hate ads, but I get that ads are necessary. But fuck, dude, sometimes they're a lot.
I mean, just to talk about, like, dude, like, I watch, like, occasional, like, UK television, or, like, I'll get, like, a feed from somewhere, or, excuse me, when I'm out at Buffalo Wild Wings, I'll get a feed from somewhere, and, I'll get it from, like, a different country, and I'll notice, like, their ads are so different. First of all, there's not have you noticed every single ad, somebody's singing? There's music or somebody's singing.
Yeah.
It and
Dude, Mahomes did that
Love
ad.
music.
By the way, have you seen that ad with Mahomes in it for the dental one, the dental office one?
no.
That ad is fucking shit. It's terrible. It's a terrible
I
ad.
thought you were going to say the
It feels
Megan Trainor one.
Dude, it feels like an ad I would see in a show that needed an ad in the background.
You're like, this is so bad, it's a fake ad.
Yes. We'll look it up afterwards.
We'll look at it afterwards. I thought you were talking about the Megan Trainor State Farm one.
No.
Megan Trainor lost, like, dude, can we talk about how funny it is for a second here that, like, you and I mean, we're, like, in our 20s now. We were there for that era of, like, body positivity and yada, yada, yada. And then Ozempic came out and everybody lost that shit.
I think, granted, I do think we should promote to be healthy. in
I
general.
think I absolutely should. I just think it's really, really funny that once it become, like, weight loss surgeries became more affordable and Ozempic became a thing, everybody's like, yo, I hate fat people. Like,
that has become a thing.
it really has, dude.
It
Like,
has
you know,
become a big thing. Yes.
hey, look, I say that as a man who lost the weight the appropriate way. I went to the gym, so I'm
What a
just saying,
Chad.
I just don't have respect for people that do it the other way. I'm just say that. Anyways, fights, guys. UFC 322 went down. Excuse me, V-Chain UFC 322 went down from Madison Square Garden. New York
Are they
City,
even calling
New
it
York.
that? I don't think I remember. They might have, and I just might have not paid attention.
They called it that. I remember, but I mean, if you missed it, I don't think it really matters. Because what is V-Chain? It's another crypto company.
I'm sure
right?
it's some blockchain.
It's more crypto bullshit.
Yeah. Which I feel like crypto's
Real world impact blockchain technology.
Yeah, it was right. It was blockchain. Yeah.
Oh, thank God, dude. That's what we.
The first guy, dude.
First thing you look up on vchain.org. That is so funny, guys. You guys just go home and look it up yourself. That's so funny. No wonder they were sponsoring the show. He has a piece in it. Anyways, V-Chain UFC 322 going down on Saturday. Islam Makhachev really, there's not much of a recap here that's honestly necessary. Same thing for the co-main event. There's really not much to get to in terms of action. Islam Makhachev essentially goes out there and dominates Jack Della Maddalena for 25 minutes. And to the credit of Islam, you watch the fight, and for the first few minutes, the first 2.5 minutes, they were on the feet, like they were, Jack landed actually, like I remember a really solid 3-piece combo landed, bang, bang, bang. And then Islam, like 10 seconds later, you know what? Fuck this. And then he just took him down. And from that point onward, he was never on his feet again. Essentially more than like 15 seconds for a round. I mean, you want to talk about domination to the point of like it being, I hate to say it, kind of boring. That's what Islam Makhachev was on Saturday.
They were calling him the worst UFC champion, which I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true at all. But we did kind of know going into the fight that he had deficiencies on the ground. We saw Gilbert Burns control him. We saw Vasil Hafez control him at times. Like, we kind of knew that. We were going for, can Jack stay mobile? Can he stay on his feet? Can he do what he did against Bo Muhammad, where he showed the takedown defense? The answer was no. Give me your thoughts. I mean, I'm trying to pull up the stats right now, but for some UC stats, it's not working. The website.
I mean, credit to Islam. He did what he had to do in here. He looked great. The weight transferred well. With the increased weight, he seemed to carry it well.
It's the creatine.
It was a creatine. For Jack, I mean, dude, I hate to say it. I know people are giving him shit, but I still think he did a pretty good. Dude, he defended all those submission attempts.
He didn't really take any damage.
Yeah, except the legs. Yeah,
he did take some hard leg kicks early in the fight, which definitely contributed.
I think that's the real story of the fight, that he got leg kicked to hell, and that just opened everything else up, made him switch stances, opened that body kick too for Islam, so he was able to throw that, and then JDM would try to switch, and even then he would just get kicked to the leg and he had to switch back. I feel like honestly, like him being able to initially get him to the ground, and then I just unlocked everything else for Islam. I feel like people are trying to glaze his striking a lot.
I've never understood that, but yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it's good and it works. But I do think why it looks so good is because of his wrestling, because of that threat. People now kind of are more worried about that. And it creates these openings on the feet that make Islam look way better on the feet than he normally would. But if it was just an entire stand-up fight, it'd be a completely different story. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, he'd be a formidable opponent, but I don't think it's to the extent that some people believe.
Yeah, I mean, MMA's a weird sport like this. We talked about this before, but like obviously the threat of the takedown is just so tremendous to where it's like if it's a kickboxing match, JDM just tunes him up. I'm not going to be delusional, but at the same time, like Islam, because it's MMA and he has that takedown threat, he's so dangerous. But dude, like you can look round by round, right? You see, you pull up the stats. Jack Della Maddalena outlanded Islam in round 1, but then like at 3:30, he gets the takedown. He never lets up. What's the next round? 4 minutes and 5 seconds control time. 4 minutes and 6 seconds of control time. 3 minutes and 34 seconds of control time. 4 minutes and 43 seconds of control. He had 17 seconds on the feet in the 5th round. He had 20 minutes of control time in a 25-minute fight. Talk about committing to the strategy. Like you said, I don't think JDM, I don't know. I mean, Islam's always been a guy who's been more, that's kind of the thing between him and Habib, right? Habib was always going for the finish. He was always trying to just honestly murder guys. He was talking shit to them. Islam's more about control. He's willing to control you if it means he gets the win. And there are all those differences.
I mean, he did try to finish the fight. He just couldn't get the submission.
Exactly. But he's always more measured in his approach. JDM, to his credit, he was measured in his defense. Like I thought he did very well, about as well as you can off your back in the situation, and
trying to throw up some subs.
Yeah, I mean,
trying to get a buggy choke in there, doing some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he landed half of his strikes in round 1. Like, I think it's not. I think everybody. I remember on commentary they were like, Islam was beating up on the feet in round 1. I'm like, man, I don't agree with that, DC. I thought JDM was looking good, and Islam was like, you know what? I'm committed to that fucking strategy right now. And that's what you do with that championship pedigree, that championship vigor. In terms of the future, man, I think we could honestly move on because, like, for
by the way, how'd you feel about the corner? I know you're trying to transition there.
Yeah. I mean, on
the JDM corner,
I think, dude, they were telling him like you have to stay mobile and you have to go for it.
I mean, it was good.
I think in a situation like that, there's only so much you can't say because he's so outmatched.
I know, but sometimes I felt like maybe they should have been saying some more stuff, and then I don't know, dude. I felt like it almost wasn't like it was enough instruction at times, but it wasn't enough either to like fully break through. Because at one point, I remember like once it got really bad, they were just like, "You gotta knock him out, Jack. You gotta knock him out." But they're not saying how he needs to knock him out, how he should do it.
Yeah, but I think
they're not telling him play. They're not even saying, "Okay, Jack, circle this way, plant your feet in this position. Do not get to this spot." don't do this instead. You know, the instructions weren't as in depth as it
I
should have
get
been.
your argument, but I'm a believer in guys know their fighter.
Oh, 100. I mean, that is definitely
the man to the title, and at that point, whenever you're talking about it, he's already lost. He's 4 rounds down. By this point, past like round 2, he looked in shock about how much he was getting dominated.
Oh man, you're not
and he
wrong.
stopped. He stopped throwing. It looked like he instantly became more defensive.
I personally just want like a different kind of urgency at the quarter because, like, dude, I looked at like you saw Malcolm Wellmaker and Ethan Ewing. Did you see that fight?
Yeah, I saw that.
Dude, the coach was the loudest person you could hear. Clear instructions, very specific, looking for specific things. Like it was like that. That's what I like. You know what I mean? That kind of involvement.
And like I said,
and look, and everybody's coached differently. Everything's done differently. You're not wrong.
Ways. Yeah, I get it both ways. And honestly, I really, really do. I get where you're coming from, but I also think whenever you're in dude, he was Tyron Woodley out there past round 1. And I get it because whenever that takedown threat is so tremendous, you're gonna freeze up, and he's already been dominated in the first round. But like once he got taken down, and once like Islam controlled him for the first like 3 minutes of that round, it's like I don't want to say he gave up, but it's like he knew that he was outmatched, and he was just trying to not get
maybe he realized I don't have all the tools.
And I felt like I agree. And his coach I felt like they were just trying to wake him up. He's like, Jack, we know you can fight this fucking guy, but you're not throwing. You're not sticking and moving. You're not doing this.
And then there were some things that I forgot what they mentioned on the guard. They're like, oh, fuck, I can't remember.
Some people thought like
there was a certain position on the ground that they were saying we said to not do this in the camp, and you're doing it, which was another issue too. I can't remember.
Round 2, how about him going for a throw, which was just ending up on the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's like
there was also some legitimate like mistakes in the fight like that.
And I think they were just trying
he did it twice too, dude. I think.
Yeah, they were trying to wake him up more than anything. So I get your point, and I agree with you, but I do think it's kind of a 50-50 in my opinion. Like I think they could have given him some more technical advice, but at the same time, I don't think technical advice would have helped whenever he wasn't doing anything to begin with. And again, like I don't necessarily blame him because he was so outmatched. Anytime they got in close, he was down. So, yeah, man, Islam Makhachev is a beast. Right now, 170 is in a weird spot. You can argue like 5 guys deserve a title shot. I think you could go.
It's funny because I think it's pretty clear.
Michael Morales, Shavkat Rakhmonov both deserve shots. I think you can argue even. I wouldn't say Coach Practice because he just lost to Ian Machado Gary. I think you could argue even Ian Gary deserves one given how well he's performed as of late. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's 4 guys, not 5. You get the point here. I mean, I think and some people are throwing out Kamaru. We're not doing that.
Dude, if they give that man a title shot,
I will commit seppuku live on air.
Dude, people were talking about that a lot this past week as an option. I'm like, there is no way that we're like.
If they give Kamaru a title shot, I'm storming the UFC headquarters. I'm gonna make Jan 6 look like
there's no way we're gonna do that, right? Like, there's no way this promotion does that, right? And they might.
It's 2025, man. You've seen what they've done. They're gonna give Patty Pimblett a title shot the rest of the rumor. Like,
I mean, but at least that one has some sort of minor merit. At least there's something there. There's at least a storyline. There's a beef. There's something there. There's nothing there between Islam and Usman. There's nothing at all
outside of it just being like they're both all-time greats, basically. That's it, And as much as I'd like Kamaru Usman, like
he's past his best days.
He's clearly past his best. When he's coming on, we still, even though he did beat Buckley, he's still 1-3 in his last 4. Like like it is what it is. And he's looked good. He's looked good in those losses.
Look, I'm gonna just say it just so we can get it out of the way.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The number one.
Tell him, Angel.
The number one option if he wins is Ian Gary. If he beats Bilal Muhammad, it's Ian Gary, and he probably needs to get a finish. So the UFC is very happy with that. A whole promo, and there's a whole storyline there. The Irish and the Russians, the Dagestanis. Yes. There's a there's a sub narrative there, which I mean, we saw that with Dylan Dennis in the building too.
Oh my God, yeah, we got to talk about that in a minute. But yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, no, like that. It's written in the stars for them. It's easy as it could be. It's Ian Gary. They don't have any other option. They should not go Michael Morales. He's young. He still has a lot of time. They can get more out of him. And Michael Morales I don't think he's even fought he's only fought one main event, right? 1 5-rounder.
Correct, yeah.
And didn't even go multiple rounds, which is fine, if he's that great. He'll never have to go that many rounds.
Yeah.
But regardless, I think he needs a little bit of seasoning still. He's good. He looked really good. I mean, he shocked us. We'll get to him eventually, but I feel like you need to you're really banking on Ian to win his next fight so he can get the title shot and instantly have that easy promo.
Correct. I think here's the reality. So when is that fight happening? I'm trying to pull it up.
And dude, they'll get fused.
Yeah, they're happening this week. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So I think if he wins, you got to give it to him because the reality is he's going to talk a lot of shit. He's going to make that fight big. And the reality is like, look, dude, he did lose to Shavkat Rakhmonov, but he gave that man hell, and Shavkat Rakhmonov is still hurt. So it's like, what are you gonna do, man? Like literally, it's like I agree with you. I really don't think that Michael Morales. I think he's so good. I think you could give him some more time. He's so young. I don't think he needs a title shot next. Ian Machado Gary, I mean, he'll be 17-1 if he beats, Belal Muhammad this weekend. Former champion under the resume. Michael Page, Carlos Prates, Jeff Neal, Neil Magny, D-Rod, like a bunch of incredible wins. He's young. He talks shit. There's the Irish-Russian rivalry. Granted, he's not Conor. He doesn't have any association with those guys, but still, like...
Doesn't even train at SBG.
It doesn't really matter. Like, it'd still be huge.
It'll promo well. It's the easiest thing they can do, and they'll get views.
Yeah. So I'm in favor. I'm really happy you said that because honestly, I felt like enough people weren't talking about it.
Like, granted, though, this is all banking on that Ian wins.
And he might not. But I will say, after watching, like, this fight, after watching, like, the way Islam went through JDM and, I'm like...
It's hard to believe anybody's in the
Yeah, and how Leon's looked, too, as of late. Man, maybe 170 was just washed to the top for a while, and now they're all just declining. Like, it makes sense. I mean, it was the welterweight division. Like, everybody was waiting around, not fighting.
We saw the generational change. It kind of happened today. We had two young talents come through, and then... these guys are all kind of making some sort of progression. I mean, Brady, who we'll get to.
I don't think, and Sean Brady is, he's deceptively old at this point. Like, he's been around he's going on year 7 in the UFC. 32 years old.
Going on 33 years.
Yeah, exactly. So, it really was a kind of a changing of the guard in terms of 170 over the past few months. So, yeah, man, I like the idea of Islam versus Ian Gary, but I will say if Shavkat Rakhmonov is healthy, give me that. I know that he hasn't fought in a year. I know that a lot of people
could you see them doing it? I don't know if they would.
I don't think they would.
I don't think it'd be smart for him either.
He's been out so long that they're going to make him fight somebody else, but at the same time, my God, dude. You're telling me you're not fucking watching?
I mean, I'm excited. I mean,
what is he, 19-0, 19 finishes? Like, I guess actually he went to a decision with Ian Machado Gary, but you get the idea here. Mm-hmm. Like, he is on, 19-0 with 18 finishes, man. I mean, he looks good on the feet. He's good on the mat.
How old is Shakba?
He's 31. Just turned 31 last month.
Fresh 31.
So for me, it's like, if he's healthy, you give that to him because I think that's such a good fight. But I don't think they will. I think it's Ian Gary or it's Michael Morales. I think those are the two names. With an outside shot of Kamaru Usman if they want to do a big Paramount show to, like, which I would hate. I'm just saying, though, it's the UFC.
I feel like if anything, they might fuck over Kamaru here, and they might make Kamaru fight either Prates or Morales.
I think that would.
Actually, fuck, is Usman ranked below Morales?
Yes, he is. He's number 8.
I wonder if Morales would take that fight. Well, I mean, he said he doesn't give a fuck, actually, so never mind. He would take that fight.
Yeah, he's a dog.
He said in the interview, they interviewed after, and was like, "Who do you want to fight next?" or whatever. He's like, I don't choose my fights. The UFC, they'll tell me who to fight.
Yeah, love that shit, man. I love that. I think we'll move on to the co-main event, man. This fight sucked. I mean, I'm sorry to say.
No, you're not wrong. It was underwhelming.
But and I think part of it too was the fact that we were coming into this and we're like, this is probably the biggest fight on paper for women's MMA since Cyborg Nunes. Like, going back all those years, like 6, 7, 8 years. I don't remember exactly when it happened. I'm old now. I'm washed. No, but jokes aside, I mean, this was such a hyped up fight. Two of the all time greats, and the reality is that it did not live up to the hype. But at the same time, like, we kind of talked about it like last week. I was like, dude, like, I keep on thinking about Shevchenko's recent performances. Like, dude, I think she's gonna take her down and just use her size and muscle her, and that's basically what happened. It wasn't, I mean, she didn't have as much control time as Islam Makhachev, but still about 14 minutes of control time, 5-6 on takedowns. Wei Li, outside of a couple of big moments, like, she landed some big shots at various points. Like, I remember there was like an elbow against the fence in like round 2, which was a huge thing at the time. But for the most part, yeah, I mean, she largely got dominated. She looked like a 115er in there.
She was physically overwhelmed. Yeah,
it looked like somebody who fights at 115 versus somebody who used to fight at 135.
And granted, I will say I do think like the one of the main reasons she lost this fight was because of physicality. But I will say she did struggle to close range too.
That was another big part of it too. Yeah.
So we're not gonna use just the weight as an excuse, or as a reason why she lost. But she did struggle with that. She couldn't find the angle. She didn't know how to get in on her. And credit the ship, she kind of needed this one, I think, for her resume in a way. I said it last week where I'm like, she had fought some of these all-time greats, but she was kind of missing like she has all these great wins, but like now that she has it over another divisional great, and I think that's very important to her in the long term. And then later on in conversations, if people want to start making arguments as who's the female GOAT, is it Amanda? Is it Ronda? Is it
Cyborg? Or
is it Cyborg? Chev? Fucking Kayla. If Kayla beats Amanda, if that fight ends up happening,
there's a million arguments.
whatever people want to say, but I think this is good for her. She tied Amanda's record for most was a title defense by a female fighter. Just a bunch of stuff. She filled all the slots for the rubies on her belt. So people are like, what is she going to do now? Like, are they going to...
I think they give her another belt. If that's the way that works.
Are they going to give her another belt and they're going to add rubies to it? He's like, what's going to happen? You know, so that... She did a lot of things. So credit to Chev. I feel like, unfortunately for her, though, like, I don't like the next options after this. You know what I mean? Even Blanchfield did her... I said this way back when Ferro and Blanchfield fought, and I was like, I think the better matchup for Chev is Blanchfield than Ferro. And I also said, I think at the time, I was like, because I think this was also around Grosso and Chev, I said, for Grosso, I think she'd rather fight... Or I think for Blanchfield to get the belt, I think she would rather fight Grosso than Chev.
Yeah.
Which I think would still hold, obviously
Definitely.
now hold true.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. I mean, UFC website's just garbage today. I don't know why it's not pulling up the rankings because it's not timing out. But nonetheless, I was going to pull up the rankings to give out all the contenders. But essentially, yeah, I mean, it looks like Aaron Blanchfield next. And look, I say this as somebody who's an Aaron Blanchfield homer. I've made that abundantly clear on this show by now. I mean, for God's sakes, like she fought. You know, fuck it. We could just talk about this fight. Like she fought obviously Tracy Cortez on the undercard, and I saw that first fight at Invicta all those years ago.
You saw it live
in person, yeah. And I thought she won that fight back then. So for me getting to see her get this opportunity in MSG, avenge that loss, and potentially secure a title shot, really cool. That being said, do I think she beat Valentina Shevchenko? No. I think can she on her best night?
Especially she was losing on the feet to fucking
Tracy.
Like until she got the takedown. I mean, the fight completely changed.
Yeah, and I was like screaming at my team, like, go for the takedown, please, like.
And once she got her there, I mean, it was cake.
Well, it's because she beat Rose on the feet for a little bit, and then but Rose is like
she had a Ronda moment.
Yeah, literally. I mean, Jesus. But yeah, man. Yeah, I like Aaron Blanchfield a lot, and like, can I see her beating Valentina Shevchenko? I can. I could see it happening.
You do?
But yeah, but I think she loses.
I can't fool myself into that reality.
I think she loses 8 times out of 10. Like, I think she wins in like an ELYXR Grasso situation where like Valentina Shevchenko is just so out of position because she does that sometimes, you know. Like,
but she's cleaning that up now. We've seen that she's not doing all those spinning attacks. And
yeah, I know. But like, do I put it?
There's has to be a drastic change in Blanchfield. Like, there has to be a massive swing for her to fight, like, to win that fight.
Yeah, because like I think she can get her down and maybe control a round or two, but I don't
even know about that, bro.
I don't see her finishing Shevchenko, and I don't know, man. I think Shevchenko on the feet is just gonna dominate her, and I really don't see her. Yeah, man. I think Shevchenko. I think this win has showed that Shevchenko is still very, very good. I think she's mortal, and I also think that Zhang Weili is just a 115er. I mean, the size difference between the two was way more dramatic than I thought it was going to be. But then you think about it, it's like, well, Zhang is like she's not a huge 115er, like.
And she's compact too.
Yeah, and Valentina used
it's
to
like
fight,
where was the weight gonna go?
Yeah, Valentina used to fight at 135 and was decently sized for the division. Like, she wasn't undersized there. Like, she's a genuinely big woman at 125. So, I think Aaron Blanchfield could win. But like I said, I think Valentina Shevchenko.
Did you see the memes coming out already, by the way, of like Mackenzie Dern seeing Weili coming back to strawweight?
No, but I think that'd be a fun fight when it happens. Like, I don't think she'll win, but I mean, Mackenzie Dern puts on some fun fights, man.
I mean,
I think she's better than people.
I mean, I guess the throw to the ground, right? And she's game on the feet, but even then, I'm like, game on the feet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she wins. I think it's less than an Aaron Blanchfield.
It's wishful thinking.
I was gonna say I don't think she wins any times out of 10, but Aaron Blanchfield should see 1 or 2.
I think Blanchfield and Dern are probably in the same boat. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyways, we'll move on down. Michael Morales knocks out Sean Brady inside of 1 round. Like I said, this is kind of a changing of the guard. We're talking about Sean Brady getting a title shot. He looked so good after beating up Leon Edwards, yada yada yada.
But he got rocked at the start of the round.
Rocked, man. He looked Michael Morales, man. He looks like, in case there were any doubts, he's the real deal, man. It's heavy hands. 3 first-round knockout wins in a row. Funnily enough, one of the only guys he's not finished in the UFC is Jake Matthews. So shout out Jake Matthews. Nonetheless, give me your thoughts on this one. I feel we kind of already talked about it a little bit.
I mean, he did a great job. I mean, I don't know if you saw. Did you see like that pre-fight interview they did, right? Like where he's sitting down. They asked him like, "What's your approach to this fight?" He's like, "I'm gonna be low, plant my feet, and throw big shots and knock this guy out." And that's literally what he did. He was a little drop down to be prepared for the takedown. He had his feet planted. He threw big shots, and he got Sean Brady out of there. I mean, I got to give him credit. He did what he said he was going to do, and this guy's fucking massive. Did you see how much rehydrated to 200 pounds? Like a day later?
Seriously?
Yeah, he posted a picture of what he was on the scale like a day later. He was like at 194.
Jesus.
Wait, bully. Gotta say it as it is. I had to be honest, dude.
Yeah, dude, that is.
That's like Kevin Holland's walk around weight when he was fighting at 185 because
Yeah.
he would weigh in the 190s. He would never really hit 200.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh my God. I did not know that. I did not know he was that big. Nonetheless, man. Yeah, I mean, great stuff. He did what he had to do. I mean, he secured himself either a title shot or a huge name next. I love me some Michael Morales, but dude, like I said, changing of the guard, moving one down. Man, as a Leon Edwards fan, this one made me honestly feel sad because like Leon Edwards for like a round and a half was kind of doing everything right. Like he got the back, he was landing good, he was staying shifty, staying mobile.
You know what's funny? The whole time I was like, okay, by the way, at no point was I phased. I was like, okay, I think I called this one right, and then disaster
Dude,
struck.
I think we called this one to a T last week. We are like, if Leon does everything right, he's gonna win. But if he's out of position once, he's fucked. He needed to be out of position once. That's all Carlos Prates needed. Knockout. Headshot dead.
First guy to ever finish. Did you like that Snapchat? Oh my God. Headshot dead. That shit was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, Rocky Edwards, man, in case there's any question, I mean, he's 3 losses in a row, been dominated 3 times in a row. I mean, this wasn't the domination, but knocked out.
I don't know what's going to happen now with him.
He's done. He's cooked.
Damn,
he's gonna fight another. They're gonna throw him another big name, and he's gonna lose, and then you're gonna throw him another big name. Like he's on that T Wood path. Like I hate to say it, but like,
is it time to do Leon Edwards versus Renat Frakhdinov? Like, is that time? You just think about that Kevin Lee fight.
No,
you remember that where Renat Frakhdhinov's like, man, I don't give a fuck. It just took out Kevin Lee.
Dude, literally, it was. And dude, Kevin Lee. I mean, I remember hearing the interview of him talking about that fight is so funny. He's just like, yeah, I walked into the cage. Like all this, like he jumps into the cage like almost Kevin Randleman style, and like he popped his ACL right there. And then he's like, yeah, dude, I knew I was fucked. And Renat just came out and just a minute, dude. Yeah, I don't want to see Leon. I don't know what you're doing if you're Leon Edwards. I said maybe a move to 185 after he lost to Sean.
Call out Jorge Masvidal, man. Get a payday, maybe get him back.
Yeah, genuinely at this point, why not? But Jorge said the UFC doesn't want to offer him any fights because he's like, they're mad at me right now because I fought Nate in the boxing match. So I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anyways, I mean, Carlos Prates, we know his future. I mean, one of the most fun guys in the UFC. I mean, I'll say that at this point. I mean, he's a modern day Ricardo Mayorga, so he doesn't really talk shit.
Everybody likes him. He's hard not to like.
Yeah, basically, man. He's just ripping cigs and whipping ass, man.
Dude, he's Ian Gary's favorite fighter, dude. Ian Gary's son's favorite fighter.
Gary's son, yeah, I saw that. It was so
did you see that shit on MK where they're like,
did.
It looks like that's the most cuck shit I've seen.
Oh my God. Anyways,
I gotta give credit to Luke. That one was funny.
Oh man. Anyways, Benoit Saint Denis defeating Beneil Dariush, 16 seconds.
I mean,
we said last week. He's like, Beneil on paper, if this is 10 years ago, he probably wins this fight, but he's had a brain bleed, and he's also just a
tricky one too because he just doesn't go away. It felt like when he beat who did he beat last? Was it Moicano?
It was Moicano. Money Moicano. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, maybe
But I think his chin is just shot now. I mean, he's been knocked out 3 of the last 4 fights. Like. In the first round too, all the way.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's done for, and he missed weight too to top it off. I think for his own health and for his future, dude, he's a nice guy, and he has a nice family, and he has a kid. And he has like a toddler now. Like it's perfectly.
He doesn't need to be doing this.
He doesn't need to be doing it. It's fine. I'm sure he could be a great coach. Whatever he decides to do after this, he'll be awesome at.
Yeah,
genuinely.
He's a very nice guy. I'm hoping the best for Beneil. If he wants to take one more fight and then retire, I would tip it, but I don't want to see much more than that. I mean,
yeah,
he's had the brain scare and 3 knockouts in his last 4 fights, all of which coming in the first round. Like,
yeah, we don't want to see good people get hurt.
That says a lot,
Yeah.
Speaking of knockouts, Bo Nickel. By the Bo Nickel, I mean, dude,
this should have been the Bo Nickel experience.
It flipped, dude. It flipped. It went from everybody just being like, this guy is such a complete loser to, you know what? He might be the greatest of all time. Like, I'm seeing people online being like, you know what?
People saying that?
People are literally
far from it, guys.
Obviously, that's exaggeration. But there are people who are like, oh, yeah, dude, he is going to beat Hamzat. And just create, dude, you know how MMA fans are. Like, they've completely flipped. He knocks out Rodolfo Vieira in round 3 with a head kick. Very fun fight up until that point, I thought. Some of the exchanges were really, really sick, I thought. Again, unranked win. What is his ceiling? I don't know. But for Bo Nickel, he showed the striking. He showed that he can be really good, So,
like I said, man, this should have always been the Bo Nickel experience. He should have always been this. Should have had more. Should have at least maybe 2-3 more fights under his belt. And maybe now it should have been maybe like next year, this year should have been the time he was fighting his first ranked opponent. Completely agree, because
Rene Ritter really, he put him through the paces, man. That's a fight that he, should not have been at that point. This is more appropriate for his skill set. Yeah, man. And maybe that's what he needed. Maybe he needed that just to kind of have an ego check, because
He's fine with it. He seems at peace with everything that happened.
exactly,
too.
which is for his, he needs that. He needs that. Greer Rodriguez defeating Roman Kopylov. I was really surprised one didn't end in a finish. It just kind of
You would think this fight would end in a finish because of the names.
Exactly, but solid win. Aaron Blanchfield, we were talking about this one, defeating Tracy Cortez. Athwin Ewing defeating Malcolm Wellmaker.
This was my fight.
48 hours notice, exactly. Right.
This was my fight of the night, personally. I really liked it. This is an awesome story. He came in on short notice, kind of shut down this little hype train. For me personally, I didn't have Malcolm Wellmaker as my rookie of the year, but he definitely is out of the picture now.
He was in contention though.
He was up there. I mean, if he would have iced another dude, I would have been like, damn, it's gonna be hard between him and the other guys I have in my list. But
how about Ethan Ewing not getting a 50K bonus?
Diabolical, but I hope they gave him some sort of back.
They should have.
Yeah. Something in the background.
Disgusting. No, but solid win for him. 48 hours notice. Like,
and he looked good.
Yeah,
I'm actually genuinely interested
honestly,
in the
like
next fight.
a really wholesome kind of post fight interview. Seems like a very unassuming guy. Like, honestly, in a world full of like crazy people, it's kind of
dude. From winning your whatever local title, regional title, to fighting on a pay per view on short notice. Honestly, against one of the most high prospects this year.
Yeah, and like, look, Malcolm Wellmaker didn't even look bad. It was just that Ethan Ewing just went for it, man. Like, especially late in the fight. So,
and by the way, he was a younger guy in there, shorter, smaller, like shorter range as well. Like, there was
stuff, man.
There was a lot against him, and he maximized his potential.
He really did. Kyle Dawkins, man.
By the way, I knew this. I thought this fight would end potentially in the first round, but I did not think it would be Kyle Dawkins submitting Gerald Meerschaert.
You want to talk about a man who is just fighting possessed now? Like, he got cut from the UFC, and then
he has a ranked opponent next, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's won 6 fights in a row, all by finish. Cage Fury FC champion, knocked out Michelle Pahea on a couple weeks notice, and then he just choked out Gerald Meerschaert.
I wonder how Chris
Give
Dawkins
that
feels
man
right
a
now.
big fight. No, he's fucking.
I wonder if Chris Dawkins is definitely still a cop now, right?
No, yeah, he went back to the force. I'm pretty sure he quit before like the Derek Lewis
fight.
Yeah,
I remember that he had quit being a cop like full time to go be able to fight full time. Which I mean that's what you got to do.
Yeah, and then he got cut like almost instantly. Poor guy. Anyways, Pat Sabatini defeating Chepe Mazzarkov.
This one broke me, dude. I was really hoping for Machine Gun to keep it going. This was a little sad for me.
Yeah,
but good for Sabatini though.
Yeah, and look, Chepe is still. Man, he's still in his 20s, right? I'm not.
No, he's 31. I'm pretty sure.
I'm tripping. Yeah, you're right. He's 31. Well, I mean, I still think he's got some fun fights in his future. But yeah,
and he's a fun guy.
Yeah, I think we kind of nailed this one. It's Fatima Klein defeating Angela Hill, but a little bit more trouble than most people were expecting. 29, 28, 30, 27.
I mean, she did whatever she wanted in there. Man.
Basically, yeah.
I thought Angela Hill would be able to at least make it.
I thought
draw it out more.
She had moments, and I knew she wasn't going to get finished. But yeah, I mean, largely a solid win for Fatima Klein coming out of the same camp as Aaron.
She's
by the way.
ranked really early in her career, though. I do worry about that later on.
Kind of a weird post-fight interview, right?
Wait, what was that?
It was about how like New York City needs Jesus now more than ever or something.
Okay.
I mean, hey man, I tip it. If you want,
sure.
God bless. Amen. Anyways, by Senior Sukadagev defeating Eric McConico. No surprise here.
No, I mean this is pretty textbook. I mean he did all. I mean most of the fight up leading to finish was a little bit underwhelming. There's some decent exchanges. I don't think Eric McConico did that. I mean, he didn't do good, but I don't. He wasn't a wash in there either completely. You know what I mean?
No, I think he did about as well as he could with the skill set.
Yes,
in the matchup. Is what it is. Now 11-0 at 185. Decent prospect to watch for the future. And then Mateus Camilo defeating Vashev Borshev.
I thought that fight would be more exciting, honestly.
Yeah, I had higher hopes. We didn't discuss this one, and then the team Makhachev beating the shit out of Dylan Dennis.
Oh, how could I forget well, I mean, I was gonna call it the post limp as a joke, but it didn't happen afterwards.
Yeah, it happened, dude. It was during the face the pain intro at like the start of the show.
Yes,
dude. Oh my!
I remember they turned around, they're like, "What's going on back there?"
Yeah, dude. It was Dylan Dennis getting in some shit again and again and again. And I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, some people were being like, we can't encourage this. Like, you shouldn't jump one guy just because he talks shit. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like,
I mean, but like, I get both sides, but I also don't poke the bear, right?
Yeah, like, I think we live in a world where it's like, dude, like, words do have consequences, whether or not you're one of those people who think they do or not. Like, words have consequences, bro. Like, you can't. There's only so much shit you can say, and Dylan's talked shit for years after the 229 thing. So it's like,
dude, he recreated.
What did he expect?
He recreated it years later.
Literally, what did he expect? Well, he got not even recreated it because, like, at least like I think he threw a couple punches back at 229. This is just him getting beat up by John Pork and a couple of the Akubar and all of them.
By like the squad, yeah,
the whole squad. It was What was it? It was Strike Force back in the day, man. It was Mayhem Miller against the Diaz Bros. You know, these things do happen in MMA. People, dude, I remember because I've been watching MMA for so long. I remember people ripping Gus Johnson all the way back in 2011 for that.
Now in hindsight, it's
and
like,
now I'm like, dude, literally those things do happen in MMA, bro. He's
Still.
not wrong. Literally, like he's not even wrong. You know, that's just the way sport is, man. It is the most unprofessional sport, and we love it and hate it for that reason. Anyways, man, that's UFC 322. Solid pay-per-view up until the final two fights, in my opinion. You know,
what's your letterbox score for this shit?
oh man, the main event and co-main event brought it down so hard because I'm like sitting.
If those fights would have been bangers, like they would have been insane.
Oh, it would have been a 5 out of 5. You know, literally, like
Yeah.
it was perfect. But I had to bump it down to like a 3.5. Like it was. So
Oh dang,
bad. It was so
you're
bad,
even lower than me.
Well, admittedly, I was also in a bad mood because like I'd worked for Eubank Bend that day. So
I was
like,
I was gonna give it a 4 too.
yeah, I was working Eubank Bend 2 that day. So
Maybe
I was
like
working.
3.8 is better as a better score.
And it's like I stayed up late, and I'm like, man, I had a long ass day. Let me put on some fun fights, just chill. And I was having such a good time. And
By the
then,
way,
like,
the stage and all the presentations did for you back then, beautiful.
dude, like there's only so much I can talk about it, obviously, but dude, the 50 Cent,
Yeah, all that
the
shit was awesome.
walkout,
I mean,
like,
I mean, it's all
another
complimentary.
another close to a sellout, like. You know, and I know people were like, "Oh, the fight wasn't exciting," but like,
But you
dude,
can't control that aspect.
you can't control that aspect. And I thought it was a great performance by Conor Benn. Like, I genuinely think sometimes, like,
You gotta appreciate that other side. Yeah?
exactly, dude. Like, he went in there and dominated him. Like, I understand people are like, "Oh, Eubank was too hesitant to throw," but it's like, why do you think he was hesitant to throw? Because he felt that power from like the early onset, and 2 times, like cutting all that weight twice in the span of 7 months. Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. I don't really want to see a trilogy, but
It's probably gonna happen.
they might. I mean, I could see it happening in like you know. Duran Leonard 3 where like they fought like 10 years after, like
10 years.
they were both like 40 and 42.
Wait, you think that might happen?
It could. I mean,
That'd be
boxing is weird like that, man. Like there's really no expiration date. We'll talk about boxing in a bit because the Jake Paul thing, but like
Oh yeah, I forgot.
There
I
is no
forgot
expert-
that's a big news thing. I forgot about.
there is no expiration date on certain fights, and I do think the Eubank Ben thing, like I could see them. I mean, they're both having kids, like 25 years from
I
now.
guess you're
could
right,
see
dude.
them-
Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor, like Chandler hasn't let that one go.
Yeah, literally, dude. And fighting, that's the way it is. If you have beef with somebody and like you can build it up, it's still going to be there. And like those guys really, I mean, they have respect for one another.
I
but you
still
can-
love
you know.
that meme of that guy. Conor McGregor, I know you're burning in hell right now and probably died of an overdose, but but it's nothing to the hell I'm gonna put you in this octagon.
Also, my kids are.
no.
I'm not saying that one. Oh, yeah, man. Anyways, UFC Qatar going down this Saturday night
Didn't have any idea that this was going down in Qatar, by the way.
from the Ali bin Hamad Al Attah Arena.
I think that's pretty dead on.
That's, dude, hey,
I think
look,
I've heard this arena before.
I
Like
got
in
the
a
gift, the gab, and the gift, the jab, man. I'm really good at the pronunciation.
give me the
okay?
give me the main event, Josh.
Give me that. You want that main event? Arman Sarukian, who, in my
Wait.
opinion,
Sorry to cut you off. I just noticed that the co-main, which is a higher weight class, isn't the main event. The lower weight class is above.
it's rare, but it does happen. Rare, but it happens. you know?
That's interesting.
Anyways, Arman Sarukian, 22-3, has not been seen since his win over the great Charles Do Bronx Oliveira, UFC 300 last April. It's crazy that that's
God.
been out that long.
Over a year.
Won 4 in a row. That was UFC lightweight title eliminator. As we know, he hurt his neck, or depending on who you believe, had weight cut issues against Islam Makhachev. Had to pull out right before weigh-in day. Taking on Dan Hooker, has not also fought in a year, but he's won 3 in a row. He's brought himself back from the depths. At one point, he lost 4 of his last 5. He moved down to featherweight. He kind of, got knocked out by Arnold Allen, not normally known as a finisher. Like, it was
That was bad.
it was really, really bad. But since then, he's won 3 in a row, including Mateus Gamrot, which is a huge, huge win. Massive upset at the time. Now he's here. The winner, presumably, could get a title shot. There's a lot of 155 is another division, a really weird spot. So, I mean, I won't guarantee it. But it looks like, I'd say if Arman wins, he could definitely get a title shot. And I got to be honest with you, man. Normally I ask, what is your like prediction for this one? I gotta be honest with you. Barring a sort of massive overperformance like Dan Hooker, where he just comes out after having all these injuries and being through multiple wars.
Oh, so it's not over. He got injured again.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's been out over a year, too.
Exactly. I think barring some sort of a level up performance by Dan Hooker, which he's done before. I think this is Arman Sarukian's fight to lose. He's a minus 500 on the BetMGM line, plus 375 for Dan Hooker. Give me your thoughts, man.
I mean, no. I mean, it should be Arman's fight all day. I mean, you should be able to get this fight to the ground, submit this motherfucker, and end the night. Especially a guy who's coming off several surgeries, had surgery again, is 35, is in the latter stage of his career, is trying to make a comeback, but is it going to happen? I hate MMA is not. It doesn't tend to be a happy sport, man. We don't get this fairy tale endings usually, and I don't think it's gonna start here.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's kind of a sad, kind of boring way to preview, but it's honestly the truth.
No, it's absolutely the truth. I mean, the reality is that, yeah, man. I mean, I like Dan Hooker, and I think he can. If he
Could
makes
you imagine if we're wrong?
well, here's the thing, man. He refuses to go away. Like that's genuinely like he should not be in this position already. Like he's 35, a shitload of injuries,
Fuck ton of damage too.
so much damage, and he's kind of one of the last guys of this era of like Gaethje, Chandler, Poirier. Like he's of that ilk
Of that
like,
original, lightweight kind of crew,
yeah, of just putting on banger after banger after banger, and now he's in a position where it's like, you know, like he really shouldn't be here, but he still is.
He's gonna leave us anytime soon, though.
Yeah, basically. So I'm gonna take Armand Sarukian. But would I love to see Dan Hooker come through here and just fuck up the lightweight division again?
God,
I kind of would. I mean,
Right?
genuinely, and you know,
we like chaos in the sport.
we really do. And you know, if he fought to Poirier, he would talk so much shit, and he would build that up. And you know, he's a dog. So.
All of it just get iced in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? You know,
It happens. I mean, Oliver got iced in the first round.
Yeah, man, it is. I mean, when you're dealing with the generational talents, like
I mean, and you're not
here.
wrong, and that's what he is.
Yeah. Below Muhammad, Ian Machado Gary. That's a fight I'm more excited for, to be completely honest with you. At this point, it's way more competitive. Current line is Ian Machado Gary at -275. Kind of surprising to me how wide the odds are, but still closer than obviously the main. Below Muhammad coming back is a +220. Look, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I think, again, this is Ian Machado Gary's fight to lose. Below Muhammad now has been able to fight off, you know, father time, but he's 37. He is coming off a loss to JDM in a fight where we kind of saw that JDM, obviously this past weekend, like, there's levels to the grappling game. And can he get down Ian Machado Gary? He's proven to be a solid grappler of his own right. A guy that is training out in, you know, shoot a box with just dogs every day. A black belt in judo in his own right. Heavy hands on the feet. Long, rangy, dangerous with every hand. I think it's Ian Machado Gary fight to lose. What do you think?
No, you're not wrong. And to be honest, he needs to look for a finish. I mean, it's only 3 rounds. Oh, it's 5. Is it 5? No, 3.
Yeah, 3.
It's only 3 rounds, which kind of sucks, I think, too. I think 5 would have been really good for Ian and Bilal here.
Agreed.
But he needs to go out there and at least either fuck up Bilal Muhammad or submit them or get a KO, do whatever, man. Fucking doctor stoppage. Because of something he did in the fight, not by injury or anything like that. But he needs to have a big performance here. Because I think a win, like just a regular decision, kind of road out win, is not going to cut it for the UFC. I feel like that it does end up happening. We're going to get a fucking Michael Morales or Kamaru Usman title shot against Islam. And that is not what I want.
I completely agree.
So pressure's on.
Pressure's on. I think I think a finish. I don't think he necessarily needs one, but it would help a lot. And I think depending on how, like, if you go out there and like dominates him, I think he'll probably get the title shot anyway. But if it's like a 29-28 ho hum decision,
but he needs to fuck him up, dude. He needs to make a statement. Like whatever that is, like he needs to make some sort of big statement.
Completely agree there. But yeah, I mean, I think Gary's gonna get it done no matter what. Can I see Bilal Muhammad going out there and just dragging him around and getting a hard fought decision? I could see that happening too, but I don't know, man. I mean, he's improved his grappling a lot. You saw it against Shavkat, for example.
He gets shit on a lot, dude, but the guy's a good fighter. Like whatever anybody wants to say, like the guy is genuinely a good fighter.
Well, and it's funny because I didn't see the hype when he came in. Like I didn't. Like I mean, I saw it. Like he was so young, and you know, but he had a couple fights there where he was like struggling a lot. He was talking a big game, but he was really backing it up. And I have a lot of respect for the fact that he's gone to do like different gyms. Like he's gone out to try and improve himself, to talk. Like he's trying to move himself up to the talking where that was. And now he's there, like the point where it's like he's talking this shit. He's like, I'm the best 170 on the planet. Like you might be, bro. Like you might be, you know, good for you. I've never been one of those guys that people there eating Gary, you know? I'm like, I think the you know, your ex-wife's you know, husband being nutritious is a little bit weird, but I mean, hey, you know, God bless. So anyways, Volkan Uzmir taking on Alonzo Metafield. That should be a fun one at 205. How about Jack Hermanson, My Tech Oral Buy? I love that fight. I'm a big Oral Buy.
I don't even know how that's gonna go, man. I think I saw on the internet a lot of people are picking Oral Buy, but I'm like, dude, Hermanson's such a sneaky one, dude.
He really is. Like he is. He's like Dan Hooker, man. You think he's done, and then he just comes out and puts on a crazy performance.
Yeah,
like,
the RoboCop loss, yeah, sure, bad, but I mean, beat Joe Pyfer literally.
Like, dude, he got knocked out by Roman Dolidze and was like, you know what, I'm just gonna beat Joe Pyfer. Like, just on the feet, you know, like.
Has one over Chris Curtis, a split to Sean Strickland.
Yeah, like he's genuinely very good. So could I see him coming out here and just, you know, upsetting him? Absolutely. Sergey Spivak, Shamil Gaziev is our heavyweight slop of the night. Alex Perez.
Big fight though. Gaziev wins here.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see a new face moving up the rankings.
I'm just being mean. There's a worse heavyweight slot fight on the undercard. Alex Perez taking on Asu Amabulaev. Love that. I really, Alex Perez has dealt with a lot of injuries, a lot of stuff. He's super inactive, but he's still 33, and I still think he is one of the better guys in the division if he stays healthy. But he's also lost 4 or 5, so I think if he loses here, it could be curtains for him. Prelims: Bogdan Grad taking on Luke Riley. I like Bogdan Grad. Abdul Rahman Yakev taking on Rafael Serkavia, I believe. Is that how you pronounce his name? I apologize if not. I'm trying my best over here. Takeru Ulanbekov, Koji Horiguchi. Can we talk about how criminal it is that Koji Horiguchi is coming back to the UFC and he's like buried on the undercard?
By the way, he's also underdog.
Real?
Yeah.
Like, real shit?
Yeah, he's an underdog, yeah.
Well, I don't normally do this, but if I were out there, if you want to follow the link down below, I would say that Koji Horiguchi has a dog, a 2-1 dog. That's not a bad bet, man. I mean, honestly, Takeru is a minus 200. That's actually shocking to me. And I say that as someone who likes Takeru Ulanbekov. I think he's very, really good. I think he might win this fight. I would not put him as a favorite though, man. Koji's still so good, but he is coming off an injury too. So I mean, I get it, but
And he's older.
yeah. Bezkat Alkaman taking on Alexander Topuria. The return of El Matador's brother, basically. 6-1. He's 29. I don't know how much potential he really does have, especially considering the fact that he's going to be 30 soon. But he looked good against Colby Thickness, so
I mean, he can maximize what he has.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see what he does down at 135. Ismail Nuriev taking on Ryan Loader.
Good fight at 185.
I like that. Yeah, should be fun. Nurillo Aliyev taking on Shakimi Rock. Sure. Nicholas Dalby, Saigid. Oh man, they're ripping.
Is a Makhmayev?
Saigid is a Makhmayev?
Something along those.
Something like that. 22-2, man. It feels like they're trying to.
There's a guy from One, by the way.
Yeah, correct. He knocked out Shinya Aoki. Yeah.
Yes, and then on top of that, this is a guy. So I don't know if you remember this. There's no way you're gonna remember this.
Yeah.
He was the guy that Dana went and saw in the UAE when they were doing the fights on Fight Island. Habib hyped him up to Dana. Dana's like, "This is the guy. He was the main event on the card." He lost to my boy Carlston Harris in the second round. He got submitted via Darce choke.
About that.
And that night, Carlston got the contract instead of this guy.
Let's go, dude. Okay, I got you.
Some heavy lore right there.
That's heavy, dude. I genuinely, yeah, you're right. I did not remember that whatsoever. That's crazy. Anyways, man, I like that fight a lot. That should be fun then. And then opening of the card, Maribak Willie Joe taking on Denzel Friedman. Mariker, how do you pronounce his name? He's 6-0. He's a Polish kid. He's a decent heavyweight prospect, I guess.
Heavily grappler,
taking
ground
on,
and pound guy.
Yeah, and I believe Denzel Friedman, former LFA champion, heavyweight champion. All right, or is he title contender at LFA?
Yes.
Am I tripping? Yeah, former LFA champion. Okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens there.
He beat Julio Cunha, who I believe was like an Olympic level wrestler for Brazil, to win that title too.
So this one
or defend it.
It should be an interesting one. I said that was the heavyweight slot. Maybe it will be.
All right, heavyweight could either be like terrible or actually pretty fun.
Yeah, because maybe we'll have potential. Maybe it will be Spivak Gaziev, which turns out to be the heavyweight slop of the night. Maybe. I'm just telling you, man. Like if they have 2 heavyweight fights a card, it's either awesome, like you said, or it's just the worst thing.
And like you said, the 2 English cats you brought up, Rock and Riley, they're both Patty's teammates.
Yep, there we go. So should be a fun one. UFC Qatar going down on Saturday night. Should be fun. I don't think there's any other. There's not a PFO. That PFO Lyon card isn't for a while, right?
No, and the PFL just announced like their plans for next year and stuff like that. But get to that
we
different
got
time.
Yeah, we got time on that. All right. Anyway, so really the only other news this week. Man, I mean, we talked about it last week, but now it's official,
which is crazy.
Which, oh, alhamdulillah, man. Alhamdulillah. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, an official heavyweight professional boxing match going down December 19th, the Casilla Center in Miami, Florida, home of the Heat, and soon to be the funeral for Jake Paul. I'm not going to delude myself. There are a lot of people who are not going to say this. There's a lot of people who are deluding themselves and saying like, you know what? I think AJ's going to go out there and he's going to carry him, or he's going to go out there and put on a couple of rounds. Maybe we'll hit him with a body shot. This is the same man who, after Francis Ngannou arguably defeated the heavyweight champion, went out there and was like, you know what? I'm not going to embarrass myself, and I'm not going to embarrass the sport. And he took him out inside of 2 rounds. And that was one of the heaviest hitters on the goddamn planet. Jake Paul is a 12-1 cruiserweight who, if he took his fights seriously, he'd probably be at 175. He's not a heavyweight. He couldn't finish a 58-year-old Mike. He probably could have, but let's be honest, dude. Like, just on paper, he couldn't. You know, he couldn't finish a Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who apparently, if you listen to the U.S. government, was more focused on working for the cartel than his boxing career. His best win is like, who is it? Andre August, who was like 12-1, hadn't fought in like 4 years, and you know,
ancient Anderson Silva, dude.
Yeah, 50-year-old Anderson Silva. Like, which one is it? I'm not going to delude myself into thinking this fight's going to be competitive. If you look at look at this recognition. The 14th ranked cruiserweight according to the WBA, which is criminal.
Insane.
Criminal,
dude. There's guys who are like struggling in like the most random of small countries in Europe, trying to like build themselves and fighting and sacrificing all this, like their parents or their family, or getting help to get them to camps, get them to tournaments, get them to locations, who are striving to be this position, to be in this exact position, and they're not. And this asshole right here. It's funny because I never talk about Jake like this.
You don't. You actually give him way more credit than I do.
Oh yeah, I do. I do to an extent. I give him credit for just taking these opportunities, taking these risks. I mean, dude, not everybody would have made it this far. Let's be honest.
No. I think
you gotta have some certain level of talent, degree of talent.
He realized, and I've said this for a long time, he realized the Mayweather playbook. He's just following the Mayweather playbook. He's fighting guys who he knows he can beat that are smaller than him, older than him, yada yada yada. Good matchups, and talking a lot of shit. He's making people want to see him lose. But now, according to Mike Coppinger of The Ring Magazine, shout out my boy Mike. You know, I love Cop, man. Big Mike. Anyways, he talked about this recently on Inside the Ring. Shout out Inside the Ring on DAZN.com. And said that essentially Netflix came to Jake Paul, and after Gervonta Davis fell off, they're like, because the rumor was like Ngannou, Nate Diaz, Jorge Masvidal, like an MMA guy.
Actually, turned out there was a lot of offers, right?
So this is what it came down to. Netflix came to him and they said, look, Ryan Garcia, Terrence Crawford, Anthony Joshua. Make it happen. Ryan Garcia is currently expected to fight Mario Barrios in the early part of 2026. That fight's at the 1 yard line, from my understanding. Terrence Crawford laughed off the offer, apparently. Jake Paul's team said he said yes. I'm going to go with my commentary on this one over Jake Paul's team. God knows they've never lied about anything. Shout out to Team Rockman Jr. Anthony Joshua, who said yes.
I mean, he took it, bro. I got to give him at least a little. I mean, he took this fight, bro.
He did, and I'll give him credit because the reality is that Jake Paul, this is a fight where it's like he's gonna make a lot of money, but how much is it worth it for you sipping food through a straw? Bro?
Actually, not even as a joke.
Because there are people who are like deluding themselves into thinking like this age is gonna carry him, and I'm like, dude, that's not Anthony Joshua. That's not Anthony Joshua. He's the same guy who, like I said earlier.
What if AJ does ayahuasca before the fight? Do you think that could change things?
Oh my God, it's like a Deontay Wilder situation. And then he comes out and he's
I don't want to hurt him.
or he does knock him out and he just starts crying like he did after he knocked out Helenius. Like,
dude, he iced Helenius, so that shit was crazy.
And then I remember
But dude, it was more fucked up because they were training partners.
They were, and then I remember him and I felt so bad for him. He just started sobbing in the post-fight press conference. Like, dude, like I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do that to somebody. Like, he has a family. And it's like,
hey, he's not
this
wrong.
Is the same guy who like 3 years ago was like, I want to get a body.
Yeah.
I want to get a body.
You're not wrong.
Like,
the dichotomy there is crazy because you're like, I'm trying to catch a body.
I feel like everybody kind of has known for years that Deontay outside of the ring is like a really nice guy. Like a super sweet dude. I feel like that's kind of been like people, because like that's the whole reason he picked up boxing is for his family.
For his kid, yeah.
So anyways, Anthony Joshua's the same guy who, like, just a year ago iced Ngannou in a fight that was kind of like a similar thing. It was a freak show fight to a lot of people, and he was like, "Nah, fuck that, man. I got, I'm my own man. I'm gonna do this because I want to do this. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna beat his ass." And I'm very interested. And Jake Paul pisses off people, man. I don't think Anthony Joshua. I'm not one of those people who's always been like, delusional.
Dude, when these weigh-ins and these promos and these press conferences,
oh my God,
when is that gonna start, anyways?
The press conference is Friday. First one's Friday. Yeah, boy.
Dude.
Yeah.
When is this fight happening again?
December 19th.
What day is that? Like
it's a Friday. It's a Friday.
Dude, I might have to. Oh, I can't take it off, but I'll watch it though.
If it's happening on a day that I'm off, which I will say very low chance, I'm gonna come with you and hang out with the boys, dude. Because like this is one I gotta. The memes that are gonna come out of this night are gonna be legendary. All right, I'm off at 7. We'll see if I get off any sooner.
I told you, like, if this shit goes passed around, I think
it's not going to.
If what I'm saying is, if it goes passed around because it was AJ's choice to go passed around.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm getting.
What if he just decides to draw it out on him?
That's what I was. I told you this already. I feel like Jay Leon Love has to throw in that towel, bro. That day, I tell you what, this corner has to have the towel like this, man. They need to have it like this. Should already be halfway into the ring almost, but not thrown in.
They're gonna do like oh my god, who did Tyson fight whenever he came out of kid prison? Peter McNeely. Like they threw that towel in like 29 seconds in, bro. They're like, I'm done. No, just save Peter, bro. Like it's gonna be the same thing, man. Look, and the only
I wonder if he's scared.
Who, Jake?
Yeah,
he should be.
You have to be.
But also, here's the thing, though.
But he's so delusional too.
That's what I was about to say.
But he also has to think like that, though.
That's true. But also, like, you got to think about it, man. This is a guy that has been surrounded by yes men since he's been like 16 years old. Like, he's been surrounded by everybody telling him yes. Like, everything he does is correct and yada yada yada. You know, nobody's lying. His life is checking him. He's a fucking multimillionaire. You know what I mean? He's a young dude with a lot of money. That's what happens whenever you get in situations. You don't have anybody, dude. Like even his brothers don't even get along. Like,
I wonder if there's 100% people close to him who definitely discouraged this fight. There's no way they did it.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, but the reality is he's gonna make a lot of money. But at the same time,
how much though? How much is it worth it? How much is it worth it to get like? He's
gonna make at least 50.
If he doesn't get a traumatic brain injury, and I know this sounds like kind of intense, but I mean, he might.
He's gonna make at least 50 million. But again,
is that enough?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like. And the only clause, by the way, is that AJ cannot weigh more than 245.
But that's not an issue for him because I went back and looked at the weight.
I was about to say, you know what he weighed when the last time he weighed 245 was the Usyk rematch.
Yeah,
which was, in my opinion, the greatest performance.
And prior to that, he was a little heavier.
Yeah, it was literally in a loss, and that was the best performance of his career. I thought everybody forgets it because he had the whole meltdown afterwards, and it was like hip hip hooray.
He was light on his feet. Yeah, he was dangerous.
He was light, dangerous. You know, he had rallied and some. Man, it was such a good fight.
I think if they went lower than that. I mean, maybe, right? And especially because it's on short notice and they would have forced a weight cut on him.
Yeah, and people forget, he's been injured. He had surgery earlier this year.
But great, with the skill set he has, it doesn't matter, though.
That's basically what
That's the
saying.
thing, though.
Like,
even with all those things on the line, like, unless these guys, like...
And this is not an exhibition. Yeah. This is not an exhibition.
Unless they force him to cut down to, like, fuck, I don't know, 215 or some shit to make it hard on him.
Yeah.
Like, that would maybe...
215, you know.
He could
chop off a leg. You know?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the level of intensity we go to. Like, that's the only time I think, like, a weight change would affect him. But, if, like, unless they force that and they're, like, no rehydration either, like, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I remember, you know, we did the ring interview with Ben Davison a few months ago, and they asked him about it, and he kind of laughed it off. He's like, dude, like, he might kill him. Like, that, he wasn't even entertaining the fight. He's like, dude, like, I know I'm AJ's coach, but, like, that's not even... Like, that's not safe.
Wait, who said that?
Ben Davison, his coach.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and it's like...
He's not wrong.
And so...
this is what happens when you put a civilian against a heavyweight.
It's going to be insane. I mean, like I said, this is a guy who's... I mean, what's the best win, right? Like, is it Deji? Is it Anderson Silva?
It's Silva. It's Silva. It has to be Silva.
Yeah. Right.
Silva beat Chavez. That's why.
Yeah, basically. And that was... Like, he beat him 4 years before Jake beat him. I mean, like, he was less washed. So...
and at home.
Exactly. Got that home cooking too.
And then he looked good too doing it. He looked good doing it. That's the thing.
Split decision too. It's like that one judge was like, "Oh, what?"
It's like, come on, guys, come on.
You guys didn't get paid.
I remember watching that. I watched that on my phone at Connor's old place.
You remember when Canelo got in the ring and congratulated him too? Like, it was sick, dude. It was really, really cool.
I mean, who wouldn't though? Yeah. That was an awesome performance.
It was an awesome moment. But yeah, man. I mean, he's gonna. The reality is that Jake Paul, if you look at his, I feel like. After the Tyson fight was when everybody was like, okay.
And I mean, after this, it's over, right? Like, there's nothing he can do after this. It's the end of the era, right?
I mean,
unless
Tommy Fury rematch or KSI, but like,
unless like he just gets blessed with fucking nukes in his hands for this fight and just gets
dude. The only way Jake Paul beats Anthony Joshua on December 19th is with a gun. That is the only way.
You're not wrong. That's why I said nukes in his hand. You think a gun?
Yeah, dude. I mean,
you think a gun?
The only way Jake Paul beats Anthony Joshua is if he's 50 yards away with a sniper rifle.
Unless he gets blessed with nukes in his hand, which that's not gonna happen. Like it's pretty chalk. That's what I'm saying. Like what's next after this? Like after this, it's done.
It has to be done. I mean,
there's gonna be no more fight unless he decides to fight influencers again. But that's about it.
Like I said, it's Tommy Fury or a KSI because those are both money fights.
I mean, those fights should have already happened though.
I agree with you. And if you're Tommy Fury apparently like turned him down, but also it's
Which was stupid.
yeah, but also I also kind of get his points. Like, you know, man, I've made my money. I've already beaten you once. You know what I mean? Like,
But why didn't we want to make more money? Isn't that the whole point of this sport?
yeah, but I mean, he's half retired, bro. Like, let's be honest here. He kind of did his shit. You know?
Who, Tommy?
Yeah, dude. He's fought.
True, but he could have made money again.
I agree with you. I'm
I don't
just
think
saying.
there's any downside. I think it was idiotic of him not to take that fight. I'll call him out for that. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I get why. I mean, it's not my life. I don't really give a shit. I mean, the reality is that I'm happy with this fight.
Oh no,
I've never been happy. Even in Ngannou, whenever they talk about
Dude,
Ngannou, I'm like,
Josh,
you know what? Like,
on in like the third dimension, which it's not gonna happen. If this fucker won anyway, you wouldn't be able. You would think reality is not real anymore, right?
if
You would think you're in the Matrix,
if
right?
Jake Paul wins on December 19th, I'm gonna.
Can you shave your head? Can we do that? Can we do that bet now? I mean, you shouldn't be worried. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, why not? Whatever crazy thing you want me to do, I'll do it.
You
Yeah.
shave your head.
Shave my head. I'll shave my head if Jake Paul wins on December 19th. But that's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
And I have this beautiful beautiful flowing hair. I just got a haircut recently. I come growing.
No,
it back
I mean,
out,
I want to see how crazy people are gonna go with bets on this shit.
Wait, do we have a line yet? Do we have a betting line?
Oh, dude, it should be like minus 5,000 to whatever.
Yeah, I mean, there shouldn't even be a betting line because it's like
Can
this,
you-
I'm gonna throw every single dollar I have because this is what I should have done. I remember whenever Jake Paul fought Tyson, I threw a lot of money on Jake because let's be honest here, you know, and the betting line was way closer than it should have been. I'm gonna throw every dollar I have. Dude, he's minus 1,200 according to FanDuel.
That's not big enough.
That's not big enough. Minus 1,000 according to Betway. BetMGM doesn't have a line yet, so I'm not gonna, our sponsor doesn't have one. But nonetheless, yeah, you got the idea here. I mean, he's anywhere from a minus 1,000 to a minus 1,200. Like that's not enough.
It's
not enough.
It could get way bigger than that, right? Like, damn,
I've seen lines of minus 5,000. Like that's just.
I thought I've seen 10K before.
Yeah, something like that. Like I've seen some crazy.
Am
lines.
I tripping on that?
No. I think you're right. Like there's some crazy lines, and yeah, that's not enough. I mean, I'm gonna throw every single dollar I have because that's basically free money. I mean,
Josh is like, if Joshua goes down, it was a ruse. It was set up. I know it's fake.
if Anthony Joshua loses, I'm not joking. I'm gonna need somebody to like pull the documents and like dox him and just look into his financial statements.
Josh, we need to investigate this.
We need to get we gotta get Cash Patel on it, bro. Like,
I mean, it wouldn't be a joke.
I'm gonna do the NBA investigation, man, because like honestly, I can't believe they made this fight, but I mean,
It's happening.
This is what we've talked about for years. It's like, all right, man, it's time to step up, bro. And I'm still not fully convinced the fight's gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie. I know they've signed it.
Oh no, I think it's happening. I think AJ's gonna go in there, ice this motherfucker, make the easiest money of his entire career.
And I think, yeah, people that are like, I don't think he'll ice him, and I don't think he'll draw it out. It's like, dude, like that's not who Anthony Joshua is, man. Like genuinely, that's not that guy. Like, and he's 36, but he's not that washed. Like he lost to Dubois, but like that was just him going
Dude,
out.
if you made him fight some journeyman boxer, he would get him out of there, bro.
Yeah, and like Jake Paul couldn't beat Otto Valley. Like I don't think Jake Paul.
You think okay? If they both fought Adam Kawanaki, and I'm using this example because he's super washed.
Adam Kawanaki beats Jake Paul.
Adam Kawanaki would probably.
Because Jake Paul's not even a heavyweight.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's fought. How many times he fought a heavyweight? Twice. Once. Like he fought. I know the Mike fight was a heavyweight, and
dude, actually, he doesn't beat the worst Anthony Joshua like ranked opponent.
Yeah, I mean like there's not a single person. I don't think there's anybody that on AJ's resume that he beats. Like let alone AJ himself.
That's what I'm saying. Like
so it's insane that this fight's gonna happen. I cannot wait till the
I want to be there though.
I can't wait for the weigh-ins, dude. Like literally. It's gonna dude, it's literally just like
him looking up at a giant.
It's
at Adonis.
It's literally gonna be the 6 foot versus 5'11" meme, dude. Like
dude, what is there an undercard for this?
We have nothing announced yet, but I'm assuming it's probably gonna be what they had for the Gervonta undercard, which is like Amanda and Anderson Silva and a couple other fights, So
fire. Has Ashton Silva fought since he's been iced? When he got iced,
he just signed with Misfits, I think.
Actually, dang, sad to see he went that direction, honestly. But they've had some legit boxing matches on there, though.
Yeah, they're starting to act. Yeah, he just signed with them.
He did fight after the.
Let me see. He fought Daniel Lugo on the undercard of a Misfits boxing. Yep. I didn't even know this happened.
I think I do remember.
Oh, it was the Arlovsky one. It was the Arlovsky one.
So this was recent, yeah.
Anyway.
Dude, that knockout was bad.
Against Lucas Body.
That was sad, bro. A prospect just iced out like that.
Yeah. Anyways, man, anything else we want to go and talk about before we bounce out of here?
No, man, that'll be it. I'm happy. This was good. The pay-per-view was... I mean, it got me through, man. I'm interested what's gonna happen with 170. The ESPN era is coming to an end. It is coming to an end. We only have like what 3-4 cards
God
left.
bless. Yeah,
It's the end of an
about
era.
time. I'm done.
What a fucking journey. We were there from the beginning of it to the end of it.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. I feel like the ESPN era, whenever they first signed back in 20, we can do a whole post-mortem whenever it happens, but like, I feel like when 2019, when they signed to them, I remember thinking like, God, this is gonna be so huge for the sport. And I feel like all it did actually was just bring the sport even down more because like they locked everything behind a paywall and then another paywall. You know
I mean,
like,
it's a whole commentary.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
There's a whole thing behind that. Maybe we'll talk about that one day.
Yeah.
In our free time, maybe dedicate a whole segment to that, whole video to that.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, I'm at Josh and Angel Ortega. He's at Ortega_01 at Courtside Soundoff for all things related to the show. Hope you guys enjoyed and enjoy the fights this weekend. Peace.